Well done. Right, we're going to come down onto our front. We're going to use the ball if you want. So have your ball nearby. So slow and controlled, lower yourself down and then come down onto your side. Slow, all the way down and then onto our side. So we're going to have bottom arm nice and long. Any neck issues, you can have your head on your block and you can have your arm forward. Legs are going to be straight. Oh, I can't get my ball. If you've got the ball, you're going to have it out in front, in line with your shoulder, palm resting on top of that ball. So first of all, check that you can see your feet. If not, bring them slightly forward, but we want to be as straight as we can. We just don't want the feet going back. Feet, knees, hips, shoulders, straight line. Top hip, push it away. Now, as we lift the leg, we're just floating it up. Then as we lower, push down onto that ball. Lift and release. Lower and push. Lift and release. Lower and push. Lift and release. Lower and push. Now we're going to add on. If you struggle with your balance, put a little bend in your bottom leg. If we're okay, we're going to lift. Then we're going to take that leg forward. As we do, push down on that ball. As you take it back, release. As you lower, push down on the ball. Lift and release. Forward. Release and down. If you want to get rid of your ball, you can just have your hand resting on the floor. And down. One more. Lift, forward and push, back, lower and push, and release. Lovely. Now we're going to bend. So we're going to come legs into a right angle. We're going to pop the ball between the knees. Then we're going to lift your feet. So if we're not using the ball, feet are still lifted. That's it. And then just lower. And as you lower, squeeze the ball. Lift and release. Lower and squeeze. Lift and release. If we're not using the ball or cushion, you squeeze the thighs. Lift and release. Squeeze as you lower. Lift and release. Squeeze as you lower. So we're activating those inner thighs, which also then comes up and helps our pelvic floor. Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. One more. Lift and squeeze. Take the ball out. Straighten the legs. Again, if you're struggling with your balance, you can put a bend in your bottom leg. If you want, we can come up onto the forearm. If you're on your forearm, make sure your shoulder doesn't come over that elbow. Hold yourself up. Grab hold of the ball if you're using the ball. If not, we're still reaching over. We're going to lift the leg, turn to face, and touch if we can. And then lower. Lift and reach. And lower. Lift and reach. And lower. Lift and reach. And lower. One more. Lift and reach. And lower. We're going to bend the knees. Now, we can stay on the elbow, which is a little bit harder, but if you've got wrist issues, you'll have to be on your elbow. If we can, we're going to come up onto the hands. So hand, whether we're on our elbow or hand, your hands are in line with your knees, your feet and your bum have gone back. Take hold of that ball or reach up and then bring it down, thread it through. Lift and reach. Now, if you want, we can make it harder by as we come up onto the knees, reaching up, thread through, reach up and down, lift, reach through, reach up and down, lift, reach through, up and down. One more, lift, reach through, up and down. Well done. Up you come into a seated position. The arm that's just had all the weight on, bring it across the body, pull it in, and at the same time do little circles with those wrists. And change direction. Look away from those fingers if you're not already. And then release. Lovely. The leg that's just been on the bottom, bring it across, pull it in, and then look away from that knee. Keep sitting up straight, feeling that stretch in the leg and in the bum. And then release. Let's come down onto our sides. So again, we're going to have our head on that bottom arm or on your block and your arm forward if you've got neck issues. Legs are going to be straight, arm out in front, palm on top of the ball. Or we can have it in front, whatever, just rest on the floor. So we lift the leg, checking our feet, knee, hips, shoulders, all in a straight line. As we lower, push down on that ball. Lift and release, lower and push. Lift and release, lower and push. Lift and release, lower and push. One more. And we can stay like this, or if we want, we can pop a little bend in the bottom leg, or if you want to make it harder, keep it straight. Lift the leg, bring it forward. As you do, push down on that ball. Take it back, release, lower and push. Lift and release, forward and push, back and release, lower and push. Lift and release, forward and push, back and release, lower and push. One more, lift and release, forward and push, back and release, and down. Well done. Knees forward, ball between the knees. Now we're just going to lift the feet. As we lower, squeeze those thighs together. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower and squeeze. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and lower. Lovely. Take the ball out. Straighten the legs. We can come up onto our forearm if we want. You don't have to. Legs are going to be straight. Take the ball in the arm up and over. Lift the top leg. Reach. Turn to face. And lower. Lift and reach. And lower. Lift and reach. And lower. Lift and reach. And lower. Two more. And then down. We can stay on the elbow. Again, knees will be bent, or if we want, we come up onto the hand. We can start by taking the hand up, reaching up, thread it through, and reach up. We can stay like this, especially if you've got shoulder issues, or if we're okay, we lift up, we reach up. We thread that ball through, up towards the ceiling, and down. Lift, thread, up towards the ceiling, and down. Make sure we're not collapsing forward, opening that chest. Reach up and down. Two more. Lift, thread, up and down. Last one. Lift, thread, up and down. Well done. Come into a seated position. The arm that's just had all that weight on, bring it across. Little circles with that wrist and look away. Change direction. And then back to center. The leg that's just been on the bottom, bring it across, pull it in, hold onto it, and turn away from that knee. And then slowly come back to center. Legs can be crossed or out in front, whatever's right for you. Don't get angry with that ball. Take the fingers towards the back of the room. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and tuck that chin. And then release. Slide the left hand away. Bring the right arm up and over, feeling that stretch all the way down the side of the body. If you want to increase the stretch, drop the elbow towards the floor. And then straighten the arm and slowly come up. Same on the other side. Slide the arm away. Bring the other arm up and over. Come down onto the elbow if you want. And then straighten. And then come back up and relax. Well done.